Have you ever felt like a ghost haunting your own life? Not because you're unseen, but because you're so consumed with illuminating paths for others that you've neglected the flicker of light within yourself, letting it dim until you're left shivering in the cold? Nestled in the misty hills of Evergreen Falls, a quaint town where towering pine forests stand like ancient sentinels, rustling tales of endurance to the relentless wind, Elena was a fixture as familiar as the morning fog. Her bakery, warm hearth breads, sat on the main drag, its windows always steamed with the promise of cinnamon rolls and sourdough loaves. Elena's hands bore the faint scars of countless burns from hot trays, but they carried the perpetual scent of yeast and vanilla, a comforting aroma that drew locals in like moths to a flame. She had a heart so soft, it seemed woven from the downiest feathers, always bending to accommodate others' needs. Elena's life revolved around an unspoken creed. Respond to every text within a minute, no matter if you're elbow deep in dough. Say yes to every favor, from babysitting a neighbor's kid on short notice to delivering pies across town in a snowstorm. And apologize first, even when the fault was clearly theirs, like the time old Mr. Hargrove dented her car and she muttered, "Sorry," for being in the way. The townsfolk praised her as the epitome of kindness, a saint in flannel and aprons. But Elena harbored a secret truth. This wasn't generosity. It was terror, a visceral fear of abandonment rooted in her childhood. Her parents had split when she was 8, leaving her shuttled between homes like an unwanted parcel. Love, she'd learned young, was conditional, a debt demanding constant payment through unwavering devotion. Slack off, and you'd be discarded. The fragile facade began fracturing that winter, one of the harshest Evergreen Falls had seen in decades. Blizzards howled through the valleys, blanketing everything in a suffocating white shroud. One frosty morning, as Elena unlocked her bakery door, she spotted a pitiful sight, a tiny sparrow, its right wing encased in ice, trembling on the sill. Feathers matted and beak chattering, it looked on the brink of surrender. Without a second thought, she cradled it inside, cupping it against her chest to thaw with her steady breaths. She fashioned a nest from soft rags and breadcrumbs, naming it Winter for the season that had nearly claimed it. As she watched Winter's chest rise and fall, a mirror emerged, herself, fragile and frostbitten, latching onto any warmth offered, terrified of the void. Coincidentally, Julian, her rock, the friend she'd nursed through heartbreak and unemployment with late-night pep talks over chamomile tea, started drifting. They'd bonded years ago over shared hikes in the pines, confiding dreams under starlit skies. But now excuses piled up. Work ran late, family stuff, followed by icy silences. Elena's anxiety spiraled. She doubled down, baking his beloved gingerbread cookies laced with cloves and molasses, their spicy scent filling her kitchen like a plea. Texts flew from her phone. "Hey, you okay? Miss our chats." On street corners, she'd beam extra brightly, voice pitched high to drown her dread. The harder she pursued, the further he withdrew, her efforts morphing from endearing to exhausting in his eyes. She couldn't see it. Her chase was painting her as desperate, a cheap fixture rather than a cherished confidant. Tension peaked at the annual Christmas party in the grand wooden hall, its rafters festooned with twinkling lights and evergreen boughs heavy with pine sap. Laughter and carols filled the air, mingling with the crackle of a massive stone fireplace. Elena arrived fashionably late, clutching a gift she'd wrapped for hours, ribboned in silver and gold, containing a handmade leather journal for his sketches. Heart pounding, she wove through the crowd, scanning for Julian amid the mulled wine and mistletoe. There he was, center stage in a huddle of new faces, tourists and transplants drawn by the town's charm. His laughter boomed carefree. Elena's pulse raced as she approached. "Julian!" she called, voice hopeful. He spun, face hardening. No warmth, just a sneer that sliced the festive din. "Elena, seriously, aren't you exhausted? Your smothering care is choking me out. Quit clinging like some lost puppy. It's straight up pathetic." His words boomed, heads turning, whispers rippling like aftershocks. The room hushed. Elena froze, gift slipping from numb fingers to thud on the hardwood. Humiliation burned her cheeks. She fled to the shadowed hallway, boots echoing on creaky floors, breath ragged. Then the dagger twisted. Julian's mocking guffaw carried back. "She's sweet, sure, but that sweetness? Total dime a dozen. Thinks she'll buy loyalty by playing servant. I'm over the Desperation act." Elena collapsed against the frigid stone wall, its chill seeping through her coat like accusation. Those barbs burrowed deep, crystallizing her realization. Diminishing yourself for approval doesn't earn respect, it invites trampling, like a welcome mat worn threadbare. Blinded by tears, she stumbled to her truck and gunned it toward the forest's edge, tires crunching snow. Evergreen Falls thundered below, a frothy veil crashing over mossy rocks, mists rising like ghosts in the moonlight. In the cab's dim glow, Winter perched on the rearview, eyes bright and alert. "You leaving me too, little guy?" Elena sobbed, voice cracking. Winter tilted its head, then delivered a sharp peck to her thumb, pain jolting her awake, before darting through the cracked window. Wings slicing the night, it vanished into freedom, unburdened. No debt owed, no chains of gratitude. Epiphany exploded. She hadn't lost Julian, he'd forfeited her, the unwavering ally who braved storms for him. Why mourn a man blind to her value? Truth dawned, sharp and freeing, chasing repels, worth attracts. Be the haven, not the hunter. Spring thawed Evergreen Falls into verdant glory, wildflowers carpeting meadows, birdsong piercing the pines. Elena transformed. Bakery mornings now included her sketchpad, charcoals capturing sun-dappled leaves and rippling streams, passions sidelined for others' whims. She deleted Julian's contact, tuned out gossip. "Elena's gone cold," and set boundaries. "Sorry, can't tonight, painting class." Paradoxically, release summoned abundance. A local artist spotted her work online, sparking collaborations. Fellow creatives gathered, magnetized by her serene strength, not servitude. Conversations flowed genuine, laughter unforced. Never cheapen your essence for a seat at another's table. Self-respect is your compass, not head counts of loyalty. The world brims with love objects, but starves for self-lovers. Heed this, cease pursuing mismatches, and harmony arrives. Skip butterfly hunts, nurture your garden. Pollinators flock naturally. Absent them? Revel in your thriving sanctuary. Don't chase shadows with your light. Embody radiance, fierce, unyielding, self-sustained.